Hello friends, welcome back to Veera's channel, free training for finance interviews. We apologize for a week delay in publishing our new class. Hope you enjoyed our previous class. If you haven't seen our previous class on ledger postings, I strongly recommend to watch it before continuing with this class on balancing of ledger accounts. To watch our previous classes, please click on the links provided in the below video description. With no further delay, let's start. So, to understand the concept of balancing of accounts, we are taking cash account from Sandhya's business from our previous class. So, if you haven't watched it, I am once again suggesting to watch the previous class before continuing with this class. The links for previous classes are given in the below description. So, if you see, we have transactions on debit side and on credit side. We'll do a total on both sides. On debit side, we get a total of 10,19,000 and on credit side, the total is 5,85,000. After making totals, we should see which side total is higher. Here in this example, we can clearly see that debit side total is greater than credit side total. So remember, it's very important whenever any account has debit side total that is greater than credit side total, then that account has debit balance. Here, the debit balance is nothing but 10,19,000 minus 5,85,000 is equal to 4,34,000. Now, in accounting terms, we could say that this cash account is having a debit balance of 4,34,000. Now, here we are taking the capital account from Sandhya's business from our previous class. Here, if you see, we don't have transactions on debit side. So, the total on debit side can be considered as 0. And obviously, the total on credit side is 10 lakhs. So, which side total is higher? It's very clear. The credit side total is higher. Whenever the credit side total is greater than debit side total, we say that account has credit balance. Here, the credit balance is nothing but 10 lakhs minus 0, that is equal to 10 lakhs. Now, in accounting terms, we could say that this capital account has a credit balance of 10 lakhs. Now, we'll see an example of furniture account taken again from previous video of ledger postings. By seeing the account, can we say what balance it is having? Credit or debit? I see no amount on credit side. So the total on debit side is greater than the total on credit side. So this furniture account has debit balance. Let's recap, as this is very important to remember, or else there is no point of going to next topics in accounting. Whenever any account has debit total greater than credit total, that account is said to have debit balance. Similarly, whenever any account has credit side total greater than debit side total, then that account is said to have credit balance. I reiterate again, this is very important to remember for understanding further concepts in accounting. So please try to remember crystal clearly as what is a debit balance and what is a credit balance. Let us see how the accounts are balanced at the end of the accounting period. What is accounting period? If you haven't seen our class on accounting concepts, please watch it to know more about accounting period. Accounting period, here in this example, let us take it as 1 year. As it is not possible to carry each and every transaction happened in every year, we balance the accounts after every accounting period. How we are going to do it? Let us see. So already we learnt about debit and credit balances. Whenever debit side total is greater than credit side total, we say the account is having debit balance. Whatever extra amount we are having on debit side, we balance that extra amount on the credit side by writing as by balance carried down. Now if you see, we will get both sides amount equal. That is nothing but balancing of accounts. Now whatever extra amount we have taken from debit side and put it under by balance carried down on credit side, we move that same amount to the debit side again in the next accounting period by writing as to balance brought down. Here another important thing to be noted is we write it as what? Brought down. Similar way we deal with credit balance. When credit side total is greater than debit side total, we say account is having credit balance. Whatever extra amount we are having on credit side, we balance that extra amount on the debit side by writing as to balance carried down. Now if you see, we will get both sides amount equal, that is nothing but balancing of accounts. Now whatever extra amount we have taken from credit side and put it under to balance carried down on debit side, we move that amount to the credit side again in next accounting period by writing as to balance brought down. Here another important thing to be noted is we write it as brought down. Let us do the balancing of accounts for our cash account taken from our example. As we already calculated this, cash account is showing a debit balance of 4,34,000. This extra amount of 4,34,000 on debit side is posted on the credit side as by balance carried down on December 31st, that is end of the accounting period. This makes the cash account to show same balances on both sides. That is, the total on both sides will become 10,19,000. This is what we call as balancing of accounts. Now, in the next accounting period, we open new books by posting balance amount on the opposite side by writing to balance brought down. This is done to carry on only the balances from each account to the next accounting period instead of carrying all the transactions. Similarly, we will do balancing for capital account from our example. We already know our capital account is having credit balance of 10 lakhs. To balance the account at the end of the accounting period, that is on December 31st, we post the transaction as to balance carried down for the amount of 10 lakhs on the debit side of the capital account. Now we see both sides amount for capital account is balanced. For the next year, we open new books with transaction by balance brought down on credit side of capital account. So this is how the balancing of accounts is done for every accounting period. Now, after knowing how to balance the accounts, we'll see how to interpret the accounts based on the balances in the account. We are going to interpret based on types of account, that is personal, real and nominal. For personal accounts, if you have debit balance, that account is debitor to our business. That means that account is liable to our business. If personal accounts has credit balance, that account is creditor to our business. That means our business is liable to that personal account. So please make a note of here, if at all a personal account is debitor, that means that account is liable to our business. If at all a personal account is having credit balance, it is a creditor, that means our business is liable to that personal account. This is very important question in interviews. Who is a creditor? Or else they might ask who is a debitor. Hope now you got the answer for that. Then next, real accounts. Real accounts always show debit balances, as these are asset accounts until the value of the asset is completely utilized in the form of depreciation every year. So these asset accounts will always show debit balances till we completely utilize them. So here every year we're going to deduct that utilization in the form of depreciation. We got a new term called depreciation. But don't worry, we'll discuss it on coming classes. So until then, remember, real accounts always show debit balances. Finally, nominal accounts. In nominal accounts, all expense accounts always show debit balances, and all income accounts always show credit balances. So friends, that's all about balancing of accounts. This is very important topic from interview point of view. So if you have any doubts, please write them under comments section so that we'll clarify them in coming sessions. The next topics we are going to discuss to be on cash book, contra entry, trade discount, etc. So don't miss it. We are going to publish it on Sunday, 28th July 2019. If you like this video, please share it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get updates immediately whenever we upload new classes.